Good evening, YouTubers. We normally make videos about the team or what we've been doing, but I wanted to share this one little video with you guys, to show you guys what we've been working on at the shop. So, we've got a new trailer. When this thing came, it just had the unit up front, which is that guy there, the tank, these two tanks, and the stack of reels. The ladder racks were here. The pump was here, but it wasn't nearly as complex. So we'll start in the front. We're getting so darn many of these things. We gotta put numbers on them so the guys know which trailer to take in the morning. So we got a large pressure washer here. This thing is a higher flow than the one in the rear, and it's also got hot water capabilities. There's a smaller one right here. No hot water, obviously. This is how these guys work. Water will come in from the large tank. It'll go through these filters. It'll feed that unit and feed this unit. And then from here, that'll connect. It'll run to the back, feed those reels. So that's kind of the simple stuff. Kind of what I wanted to give a few more details on is how we spray soap. So this brass fitting right here is connected in line with the pressure side of the pump that goes to the reel, and then this will go to the operator. We're not washing our house today, but if when we're at your house, this goes out to the guy at the field. So there's a small little hose. This hose goes through a valve, a mechanical valve, a little motorized ball valve. And the operator will have a remote control in his hand. So this is how this works. So here's a battery that powers this pump, which is a different video, different day. But it also powers these little switches. Right here is a remote control switch. The remote control switch controls the hotline for this motorized ball valve. And tied in on the hot side of that is also a little indicator light. So the guys will take, remember this tube goes to here. On the other side of this tube, it'll go into our chemical tank. So we've got a stronger chemical or detergent. And then a detergent that's been cut with water. So they'll put it in the one that's been cut with water. And when you use low pressure on your pressure washer, you change your nozzle to do that. It's an adjustment they make at the end of the gun. When they're using low pressure and they want to pull soap, they want to pull detergent, take this little remote control and hit A. So you can hear the valve over here, this guy right here. When I press B, she'll turn off. It's the valve shutting, hit A, and the valve opens. So you might be thinking, well, why does that matter? What's that do? What it does is it keeps our operator from having to walk back to the trailer to turn off the soap. So let's say if we were washing our shop here. So the first thing our operator would do is the soap would be off. So just pretend I've got a pressure washing gun in my hand. I think there's one on here on the ground. So we'll just pick this guy up on the ground for demonstration purposes. So the PPW technician will come through here and he'll spray water on everything, okay? Walk the entire length of the building. Probably go ahead and do the back too. Then he'll come back to where he started. Hold hands. He'll use his remote, pressing A, opening the valve. Little indicator lights just so that he knows that the remote control received the signal. So then he'll spray soap. He'll let it dwell. Maybe he brushes a little bit. And after it's had a little time to dwell, all the mold mildew died. Press B. And then the technician will rinse everything. And rinse and rinse and rinse. Because the last thing we want to do is leave soap on your house. So you can imagine if I was, gosh, maybe 200 or 300 feet away from the trailer. And every time I needed to go from soap to no soap, I had to make that hike across the yard. It's just time consuming. And gosh, in the summertime, it may be the difference between us serving, 3 clients in a day or maybe 4 or 5. Just depending on what that crew looks like, whether it's 2-man crew, 1-man crew, 3-man crew, or 4-man crew. So obviously the more men we've got on a job, maybe we got a guy just dedicated to working that remote control. If we don't have a ton of men on a job, the operator at the end of the hose is going to have it, and then the guys will split up and just go separate ways and clean this half of the house and that half of the house. All right, but anyways, I'm rambling. You get the point. If you're a contractor and you want to inquire about kind of how to make these remote control systems yourself, feel free to shoot me a message. God, my lips are nasty. It's just so darn chapped. Anyways, if you're a homeowner, maybe you're bored with this video, or a potential client, but it's just a little technical detail on how we wash a house. So, if you got any questions, calls, feel free to call us. Any concerns, feel free to call us. If we can wash your house, we'd love to do that. We bring all these little fancy things we've been working on all winter to your driveway and get it done. Have a good rest of the day.